into the game. All right, here we go. Game 2 in the semi-rounds of finals. Yeah, that makes sense. I better start this stopwatch, and we can start looking at some Undead imbalance. Okay, this is better, but this is still somewhat comical. But this is definitely better. Pink versus purple. That's still distinguishable. You can definitely tell the difference between pink and purple. But those are still two very similar colours. But whatever. We'll get there eventually. One day. We'll make it happen. So, we've got Drayan on the outside at the top. Undead. Imbalance. Long Walk USA as the pink. Well, I don't know if he's truly pink, is he? Oh, he is truly pink. So he is the true pink Night Elf, which is actually a very strong colour for Night Elf in competitive gameplay, from my experience. So he is the pink Night Elf. We've got Fowls as the human. Down at the bottom right, bottom left, sorry. That's the one. It's the opposite. S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken as a cheeky orc who looks like he wants to fast tech, but has decided to change his strategy a little bit, or his tactics, simply because of the map. I think he thinks he's probably more exposed as opposed to full-scale assault, where it's a little bit more of a distance to travel to your opponent. So he's probably going to invest in a tower as he techs, or just before he techs, because he's probably much more likely to be attacked. Now on the east hand side, S.o.K.o.L, who does stick true to the grunts for the first, couple of grunts at the start, backed up by a Happy, who is literally at the back with Undead going Death Knight Fiends. Abtha, the human, at the top right, in a great position, with Good Game RU, the Night Elf, being a little bit more vulnerable. I think he's probably going Hunters, yeah, into potentially double Ancient of War. But, oh, yeah, the game got hosted. Unfortunately, I can't respond to you because I'm an observer, and you won't hear me. Not that you're in the channel, but you won't hear me until 5 minutes' time, so I literally can't even respond.
The player's forces are under attack.
This Fiend from Happy. Will he get the Wisp? He's doing some great micro there. Because the Fiend has a delayed attack, you want to, as soon as your attack goes off, you move to sort of like mitigate as much crappy animation delay as possible. So We Are Fowls, instead of going for a fast expansion, is using his militia for this. Which actually isn't a terrible idea, because you still get a good chunk of experience. Nice item. Wand of Mana Steel and 200 gold. Sell that. Send your peasants back. Maybe come back for another expansion down at the bottom left. We'll see what he does. I would have thought he'd try to secure an expansion early on. I mean, the Murloc Huntsman would be an interesting pickup here. The Assassin is a really strong character as long as he's not picked off. He's very vulnerable. Yeah, good try from S.o.K.o.L, but S.o.K.o.'s Forsaken seems to be on top of it. Long Walk backing him up. The Burrow comes in very handy. The Blade Master will probably pick off one peon, I would have thought, at least. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Or he'll pick off a Burrow then, as that will do. The Murloc Huntsman is like the Raider. It has the Ensnare ability, but it's a much crappier melee unit, so you're less likely to get it. But the Ensnare can sometimes, grant you an extra kill on a unit that you wouldn't have normally got, so it sometimes pays for itself. I'm expecting to see Long Walk USA put an Ancient Protector down here. Sorry, Uncle DJ. Slow down the screen scrolling, so you want me to be like this instead of this. Okay, I'll try as best as possible. But when you get into those bigger battles where literally the armies go off the screen, I've got to be fairly quick with it just so you can actually see everything that's going on. Yeah, I'll take that advice under, advisement. Wow, double Pendant of Energy here on this Archmage. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Since he has Brilliance Aura, I mean, it will stack up. What else would you put that on, though? Is there a Panda to chuck it on? Death Knight, maybe? The Undead heroes could definitely benefit from that. So I'll see if I can try to keep an eye on that and see if that item makes its way onto another hero. Yeah, the Wisp Revenge. Well, not really revenge, but does take out a skeleton. Oh, that would have been so cool. That glaive bounced off that footman and killed that footman as well. Not quite. There's still some great pickups here from Long Walk USA. Managing to find a great potential creep jack. Oh, that Huntress block. Could this be enough? Blade Master coming in. Oh, damn. Down goes the Archmage. That's a really heavy loss there for Abfa. So he took a bit of a risk going for the expansion over here, clearing it out, but got caught out at the wrong time by the pink team. So that's a huge pickup there for the pink team. Yeah, that Ancient Protector thing is pretty effective, actually. It does scare people off. What do you know? Nothing being picked up here. I actually think the Geomancer is worth picking up. Slow and abolish magic. And a range unit that puts out some decent DPS. That's pretty much almost always a pickup for me. It's similar to the Murgle. I don't know if he's called the Murgle Snarecaster. But you can get him on like the maps. The Sunken Temple type maps. Where it's all sandy and beachy. And he's very, very good. He's got slow, so much damage being done over here. But Abva having a bit of a rough time. He got creep jacked earlier and also being poked away at in his own main base by the Avenging Human, who hates him because obviously there's a sort of bit of competition. When you get these kind of mirror matches situation, you're going to have these interesting, fun sort of like, well, these sort of moments between players where obviously one human player wants to be better than the other human player, the Night Elf player wants to be doing better than the other Night Elf player. That's just how you feel as a player. I'm sure tactically as a team, they do whatever it takes to win as a team, but still as a player, you're like, well, I want to be better than that other human. Priestess of the Moon Town portal. Apparently enough to scare off an entire army. Abva really wants this expansion. He might be able to slowly get it, but it's going to take a lot of work by the looks of it. Tauren Chieftain versus Blade Master. Huh? Blade Master's going to win that one. Kodo's obviously sticking true to his Blade Master format, probably working towards the Shadow Hunter, and that might even be out. Yep, the Shadow Hunter is actually being produced, and then the Tauren Chieftain will of course be third if anything is to go from in previous experience of casting this. Oh, not quite. That Huntress is so fast though. There's a potential for that Huntress to just poke away at the Archmage, but probably not unless it gets... Nah, he's going to make it to the Moonwell, surely. Okay. You'll do it, won't you? Yeah, you'll do it. Really? Do you need to do that? Come on now. Leave that to Twitch chat. I know what Twitch chat is like. Happy with his siege fiends inside of Kodos Forsaken, who was in this position last time, or it was an orc at least. Maybe, I think it was Kodos Forsaken in this position in one of the games I very recently casted. With a very similar base layout as well. So he clearly has a strategy that he sticks true to, and it's worked fairly well for him in the past. Let's see if Happy is going to allow him to keep it that way. I think his Shadow Hunter's just gone down, so Happy's... Someone's taking care of that Shadow Hunter. Was that Ensnare? Blade Master and a bit of Grunt Surround taking care of it. Oh, there's a web! Okay, we got our web going down there. That's nice. Up at the top right here, we got some huge damage coming on from Pink's team. Drayan with a level 4 Death Knight. Pretty high level at this stage in the game. Fiend even manages to just about escape. So as long as he keeps pumping in those town portals, he can keep doing those awesome harasses. But at the same time, he might have to be forced to defend this, which I expect to see him come back in a second. Will the Shadow Hunter get picked off again? The worst possible spawn there. Oh god, he did not last long. That's not good. Happy's got a lovely amount of statues here that just sort of really complement this small-ish army to give them a really good stable force. They could try to fight this. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, I think that's the right decision. You could try to fight it. It's fairly even, but you've had a good time. You got some damage done. Get out. Abva, this expansion will go up sometime, mate. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow, but someday he'll get it. So, one thing to note is that the purple team do not have an expansion at the bottom right. They got one at the top right. That's doing okay. Pink team have basically almost all expansions. The middle one's being set up now. So purple just need to catch up because they're currently missing the middle expansion and the bottom right expansion. S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken having a much rougher game this time. He's trying to get the altar back up. He's got his Tauren Chieftain. No, where's his Tauren Chief? Does he even have that? I don't even know if he managed to get that out in time because he had to keep rebuilding his Shadow Hunter. And even then, that just got instantly killed. So basically, they're doing a great job here on the purple team by basically making sure that, you know, when someone's down, you don't let them get back up. That's what he's trying to do, you know, making sure that he doesn't get back up as best as possible. There's a town portal force there, but that's purely for the sake of keeping this base alive. So that's a bit of a shame that it had to happen because that leaves, well, that means that Happy and forces can't stay here quite as long as they might want to do. Because there's a lot of damage. There's a lot of very vulnerable units that could be picked off if they could just hang in there a little bit longer. To be fair, though, if they turn around and fight versus this Undead on top of the fragile units coming out here, there's 2 versus 3, I think, here right now. And they're still holding in pretty damn strong. This is really good for them. Panda, great use of the Drunken Haze, making those Wyverns much less useful. Is there a Brave for Fire? No, that would have been nice. That could have done a good trick, but I suppose you have to get back, don't you? I don't know why I'm using a farmer voice now, but down he goes, by the look of it. No crack, no tratter for you. Don't ask me why I did that. So, apparently I go into a farmer accent every now and then. So, here we go. The double pendant of energy is still on the Archmage, so apparently he didn't decide to transfer that over. Team Pink sort of looking a little bit shriveled and, well, down for the count, I would say. 37 food, 51 food, 40 food, 40 food. So it's looking more like about 150 to 160 food, I suppose, in total. Whereas I think Team Purple are looking even stronger this game. That altar goes down again. I'm not even sure if it was worth the hero coming out there, to be fair. Probably would have just got picked off straight away. Yep. Basically, this strategy seems very strong. Make sure that S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken is crippled, and you're doing a really good job. Because he's a very strong player, so I get this. If you can cripple S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken, that's probably one of the best things you can do. He has been crippled in previous games, though, if you remember. There was a time where he only had 15 food. Oh no, that's not good. Better pause the game, surely. Please wait for me to reconnect. No one's paused yet. I'm really surprised no one's paused yet. Is he still in the game or not? I can't pause the game because I'm an observer. He's moving. Or no, he's AFK, isn't he? No, he's moving, so I guess he is there. Unless that's his team moving him whilst he's disconnected. No, actually, no. It's hard to tell. He does this... Okay, I guess he keeps bouncing back in and out. He's probably having some connection issues there. That's very unfortunate timing now, because it's not going to get any easier this game, so you need to have all your concentration with you. S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken just about keeping alive with that Blade Master. Looking for an opportunity. Mountain King, actually a smart pick here, I think, from Adver. Good at sort of making sure that certain heroes aren't going to make it out alive with the Stormbolt stun. Because they've got the advantage here, so they can secure that advantage even more by keeping the heroes under control, which is, I think, Team Pink's only chance really here is with their heroes. Drayan now starting to lag pretty heavily. He's dropped. If he drops out completely, it does say he can reconnect. So I assume a pause will go off as soon as the drop has gone down. And then we'll see whether he can come back. I mean, if everyone votes to do it, then I guess I'll do it, but... I'll see. Yeah, looks like it's happening. Alright, it's already happening. Dropped by phone. No one's paused though yet, so I'm interested in that. Who's controlling him? Is he still actually here or not? It's hard to tell if it's just sort of bullshit and he's actually still here or not. Or whether he's just being controlled by S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken or someone on the team. Okay. Well, this force is getting really crazy from Happy. He's moved up to that 80 food, which he often seems very comfortable in. A decent chunk of Destros, loads of statues, ready to go into more Destros, obviously, when the battle comes up. He's got enough resources to fund it. And the Fiends are just great support alongside the triple hero. Got a nice bit of harass here from We Are Fouls, trying to turn the game a little bit. The Arcane Tower is a bit of a nasty one though. The Peasant kills are good. And he forces a town portal. So I think he got his value from that. That was awesome! That was a fake out. That was the Star for Teleportation. I don't know if it was the Priestess of the Moon, but one of the heroes had Star for Teleportation and they used it. And they wouldn't have been the Priestess of the Moon because that's a pink Priestess of the Moon. Ah. But someone had Star for Teleportation, so they faked out that they were teleporting, because you can do that and it looks like the actual teleport, but it's not really. It's just your Star for Teleportation item. And then you can just move your hero and it will cancel it. Massive attack. So many destroyers. 98 food. All of those statues into destroyers right now. They are going to tank up so much damage and do so much damage. It doesn't... Oh my goodness, that Lich getting almost gibbed there. S.O.K.o.'s Forsaken has to run away from this and the GG is thrown down. It does look like a very dominant display from Team Emperor +3. So well done guys. That does make it 2-0. Which means that they will be progressing to the finals. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.